Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 16th, 2023, Jupiter entering into Taurus reading for you. And this is a big deal because this hasn't happened in 12 years, so the energy is going to be intense. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps more than you could ever know, especially when I had to go on a break because of health issues with my family and everything that went on there and all the trauma. So, thank you so very much. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the King of Wands. Now, Jupiter is represented by Sagittarius in the cards, okay? So they're represented by wands. Wands, Sagittarius is a fire sign energy. How best to say this? So that energy is coming forward. We need to be mindful of Jupiter. But what's really interesting here and why I laughed and I was listening to Spirit, that's why I stumbled over my words before, is that we're a fire sign. Jupiter's a fire sign. And we're coming out of Aries, Jupiter being in Aries, which is a fire sign. So we need to be mindful that number one, we might be getting in our own way. Two, we can find the transition from fire sign to earth sign to be rather intense, from the raging fire to the calm, steady earth to be intense. We liked the energy of Aries. Okay. It helped us fight battles. It helped us, move forward. It was an energy, fire sign energies like being in fire sign energy. It's just an energy that we're very used to. And so moving into Taurus energy, more grounding, more stabilizing. We can be more stubborn, right? An Aries temper can be very combative. A Taurus temper can just be I'm grinding my heels in and I'm not moving. I'm not changing my mind. So being aware of that can be a little bit difficult for us to get used to. We need to be mindful of being a little bit too strict with the way that we see things moving forward. Okay. A sense of this is my passion, this is what I desire, this is how it's going to be, and being very, very rigid in what we're conquering and what we're going after and how we view success. Because this is a time that needs more flexibility to it, which I know you could be laughing and saying, Taurus energy needs flexibility. Yeah, it does. So that's going to be important for us. We need to not get in our own way. We can have a tendency to, during this time, our tempers can have a tendency to get the better of us. So let's see what Spirit has to say, angels and spirit guides. Here we have prosperity reversed. Now, we cannot be feeling very prosperous. During this time, Jupiter is the planet of prosperity. Taurus is all about earthly prosperity. So we're moving into a time that's very prosperous. So we have to look at the energy of not feeling prosperous, feeling out in the cold, feeling locked out that we have, and step into the prosperity we know that's coming. We have to kind of almost like say, this is how I feel. So like dump pile it forward. It's like, blah, this is everything. And I don't want it anymore. This is how I don't feel prosperous, and release it. It sounds so easy to do, but it's so difficult. And replace it with the energy of, I know I am successful. I know I am successful. And we're going to see Spirit pull us in directions that we never even realized were something that we could do, during this time. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. No, interesting. Yeah. Okay. So the Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles was what I was seeing before. Okay. No, this is a lot. Don't worry. We won't spend too long on everything. So we do have a tower time coming in, and it's a time that makes us feel not prosperous. And that's going to be what we need to know. We need to say, you know what? This isn't working for me. I need to change this. And we're going to be going through a really big change during this time. We have the Page of Wands reverse. We can have, this is child sign. This is child energy, right? Of a fire sign. So this could be us being childish. We can have a tendency to be childish during this time, but we can also have a tendency not to want to ask for help. Thinking, oh, I should know it all. I'm not a child. I'm not a baby, type of thing. We can also be finding a bit of difficulty with a fire sign child energy in our lives, depending on where that fire sign falls in their chart. We can be finding them to be challenging, very much pushing our buttons. And there's a sense here of being afraid to learn in order to move forward. There's something that we're holding back on. Now, okay, so let's talk about this time astrologically for just a moment. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, right? Abundance, knowledge, positive change, and it enhances any sign, any planet that it is next to, that it is, connected with. So it's enhancing the abilities of Taurus, which are, stability, calm, prosperity, productivity, practicality, sensuality, and again, abundance, but very much in the earthly realm, abundance, the sense of if I pick this up, ooh, this is heavy, that's good quality type of thing, which we tend to agree with. We like the quality, the substance of things. We're going to have more of this in our days, moving more towards positivity. We feel much more relaxed. We feel much more comfortable and confident in our own skin, in our own selves. We need to be around people that raise us up energetically, whose energy matches our energy. It's more about the quality of things than it is about the quantity. We're done with the battle energy of Aries. We're into the hardworking, tenacious. Well, they're both tenacious, so they balance each other with that. But the hardworking, practical energy of Taurus. We need to be very, very, very mindful, not comparing our happiness to anybody else. This is going to be a time with the 10 of cups reversed that we can look at other people's happiness and think they really have it better than me, right? Or we can be chasing that dream of the bigger the better, the bigger the better. I love this card because I love that little cottage with the rainbow going into it. And it always makes me think of a Nordic saying. It says, better to be king of a cottage than servant in a castle. And I take that modernly to mean better to be king in your cottage than servant in your castle. So we're always like, bigger is better, bigger is better. We don't need bigger, better. We need to enjoy and embrace what we have. So here we can find that to be very, very difficult just because we're looking at that mindset of bigger is better. And so, I mean, we're ruled by the sun. That tends to be an energy that propels us forward. So just being mindful of that about this during this time is very important. We get a wish granted. We have a big wish, a soul's wish that's granted. We have a small wish that's not going to come true. Okay? There's something here. It's not going to come true until we start to celebrate and bring everybody to the table. But there's something here that's a big soul's wish that's coming true and that spirit has heard. We don't think spirit has heard. Spirit has heard our wish, and it is moving us forward. But we're going to get really caught up by this small little wish not coming true. Okay? So that's going to mess us up a bit. Just be aware of that. It's like, okay, this might not have happened, right? I might not have won the battle, but I win the war. That's really going to be the case. With the tower, we're going through a time of profound change. Taurus energy can really balance that change. Now, Taurus doesn't like change, okay? But Taurus can balance that change, ground everything. We're moving towards something more. We're going to have a big shift in our lives, or we've had a big shift in our lives. I see this being a 16-month period. So it could have already, and it most likely already started, but we're going to see this time from May, 2023 to May 2024 of a time of really big change. And it kind of expands and redefines the ways that we've seen a lot of things. So that's going to be very important. We then have the Five of Pentacles, which I knew from Prosperity Reverse. I just saw this card. I should have said it. But this is feeling on the outside of wealth, prosperity, success, bounty. And this can be also like feeling weighed down. It's kind of like, and it sounds so mean to say, but I have a friend who reads the cards and they're like, you need to leave one of them behind. And I thought, like, well, that's rude. But something is weighing you down. And here you have the child in crutches, you have the woman wrapped in a blanket. They're being weighed down by each other. And this is a time to look at, what's holding me back? Externally, internally, what's holding me back? And this is also a time to look at a poverty mentality that we have and say, this is stopping me from being prosperous. I mean, it can also be a generational thing where it's like, I don't get to be happy, kind of like a generational, and it can simply be your own generational within your soul, within your reincarnation of self energy of, I don't get to be happy. And your soul's wish is happiness, and it changes your whole entire life because now you're going after it. It's no longer being the pauper, right? It's embracing the Ace of Wands, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. Divinity is giving to you specifically, Leo. It gives you the King of Swords energy, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but that King of Swords energy to cut through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, disappointments. Know your mind, know your transformation, know your rebirth, and say, well, you know what? I wasn't showing up to the table for myself before. Now I definitely am. I might not have gotten what I wish for, on the surface, but I get it in my soul. You're going to see you get a soul's wish. And it'll be easy to overlook because you're going to be focusing more on the surface layer of things. You're not going to be going deeper in. This is going to be a time like go deeper in. What we're looking at the surface, it's a facade. We think it's gold, it's just gilded. You scratch it, it all comes off. It's like, oh, well, this is nothing. Be aware of that. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, it's the Ace of Swords reversed. It's I'm just hearing secrets and words, right? Like whispers, letting the whispers or the thought of whispers get to us. It's like, who cares what they say? I mean, that's so easy to say. I mean, I care what people say. Oh my gosh. When Cher says like words are like weapons, they wound sometimes. It's like, yeah, it's totally true. So here, there's this real sense of there's pain, there's hurt, there's chaos, and I see it. Now, am I going to let it tear me down and tear me apart? Don't do it. Don't let it win. Our subconscious message from spirit is family. That connection with family is going to be so important. Family, the people who are like family to you, those relationships that we build, they're going to be so important to you, Leo. Our subconscious tarot message is the Ten of Swords. We're going through a time of rebirth. This is the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. Is it going to be a little bit harder because it's not reversed and all the swords aren't falling out? Yeah. But subconsciously, we can also be doing like overkill on things, right? Things just taken to the next level, to the next level. And spirit's like, no, calm it down, center yourself. Every heartbreak, every pain, every disappointment you have been through has transformed you. And the person that you are is extraordinary. It's different than the person you started out as, but it's extraordinary. Let yourself resurrect. Let yourself be transformed. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, it always is, but it's going to be worth it. All right. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Leo, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.